Hey, Hockey fans. Hopefully, everyone enjoyed that Sunday matinee game between the New York Islanders and Tampa Bay Lightning. Late in the third, Islanders took a penalty, and Tampa made a hard push, got a goal, put it within one. If they had a little more time, I think they might have tied it, but it ended up a victory for the Islanders. Big win for New York. Game one in Tampa. They won the game 2-1. We got that one right. I know I said I might do an over or an under or parlay it, but I never did. I locked in Montreal last night at 3.3, which I noticed now is down to 3.25, and I locked in the Islanders at 2.7, so that paid out really well on the money line, but I didn't do an over or an under. But my best bet goes to 14 and 14. Overall picks go to 34 and 31, and we move on to another game one for this third round semifinal hockey that we've got going on right now between Montreal Canadiens and the Vegas Golden Knights. Vegas 8-5 in these playoffs, current 4-game winning streak. Fleury listed to be a net for Vegas against Montreal. That's 8-3, current 7-game winning streak. Price listed to be a net. The Montreal Canadiens, who finished 16th seed, 18th place in league standings. They were down 3-1 in a series against Toronto when they battled back, and ever since then, they've won every single game, eliminating the Toronto Maple Leafs and then sweeping the Winnipeg Jets. Vegas, they finished tied for first in league standings, and they've won 4 in a row after being down 2-0 to Colorado. They won 4 straight against the Avalanche to eliminate them. They've eliminated Minnesota and Colorado so far. The Canadiens last played on June 7th when they defeated the Winnipeg Jets and eliminated them in that game. They won 3-2 in overtime. Vegas, they last played on June 10th when they eliminated the Avalanche by doubling them up 6-3. Montreal, a couple of interesting stats. Montreal sits first in power play in this postseason playoff hockey with a crazy 90.3%. And they sit in second for goals against at a 2.18. Some of the veterans for Montreal have been leading the way. Toffoli with 3 goals, 6 points in his last 5. Stahl with 4 assists in his last 5. Some of these guys have been helping the young guys find the way and win these games. It's just been actually a cool little story. They've surprised a lot of people, and whether they continue to or not, that's another question. For Vegas, you got the former Montreal Canadiens captain Pacioretty leading with 6 points in his last 5. Marchessault with 5 goals in his last 5. Both goalies are coming into this. Each of them in the playoffs so far, they've had a shootout, and they've got really comparable stats. Price sits at 1.97 goals against average and a .935 save percentage. Fleury, 1.91 goals against average and a .923 save percentage. Last time these teams met was January 18, 2020, and the Canadiens won that game 5-4 in a shootout. The goaltenders actually have met once before in postseason playoff play. Price was with the Canadiens, and they took on Fleury when he was with the Pittsburgh Penguins. And the Canadiens, they won that series in 7. This is the first time these teams will meet in postseason play. History is being made starting tomorrow again. I'm hoping for a good series, and I see some great value with this Canadiens team, and I will gladly ride some of the profits I made from my Islanders win and put it on Price, Gallagher, and this Montreal squad. There's a lot of questions. Will Montreal be in shock playing in front of so many fans in Vegas? It's the first time a Canadian team has actually played in front of a crowd like that, and Vegas is a tough place to play, loud place, and it'll be interesting. Again, a lot of veterans on this Montreal team, so they might be able to keep their blinders on and play the game and do their job. It might be more of a distraction for Vegas in a way, but that's just an opinion. And it's interesting because people are making comments on the board, and I find it interesting. They say I hate Vegas or I hate Tampa. I don't hate any hockey team. There's obviously teams that I like more than others, but when I pick a game, I do it based on what I think I see, where I see value. And that's how I pick a game. If you look at this game, for example, and we'll just use $100 wager as an example for this conversation. I have no interest in laying $100 on Vegas. I don't feel confident that Vegas is going to win this game. And for every $100 I lay on the line for this non-confidence wager, I would get 136 in return. So I would make $36. I don't see the point in doing that when I can put $100 on this Montreal team that has won 7 games in a row. That's against all odds. That has blown everyone away. I wish I would have bet on them the last 7 games they played. Unfortunately, I didn't. But for the money I laid on it last night, for every 100, I get 330. And for every 100 I lock in there tonight, I'm going to be paid 325. Even if I go on the puck line, I go plus 1.5, it pays 180. So I make 80 instead of 36 taking Vegas. And again, it's game 1 in this series. These teams haven't played each other. There's a lot of former Montreal Canadian fans, Quebec Nordique fans on this Vegas squad. Even their goaltender Fleury. I think since he was a kid, he's always been a fan of the Montreal Canadiens. So it's going to be an interesting game. Price has always played Vegas pretty good, and we'll see what happens. Again, I know Vegas is favorite. I know it's in Vegas, and I know it's an uphill battle for Montreal, but they've been fighting that battle, and they're playing loose. They're having fun, and they're winning games. Montreal's my pick. So where I laid money last night, it's where I'm going to lay some more of my Islanders profits today. I don't think, I was going to look at an over. An over pays 2.1, and I might do that in the morning. I'll see how I feel about it in the morning. For tonight, my official pick is just the Montreal Canadiens. I'm going to go not puck line, but I'm going to go money line at 3.25, and we'll see how that does. I might even parlay it with a soccer bet. I like Belgium to win the whole thing. I don't know if anyone's watching that soccer, but Belgium's a pretty talented team. And I do like them to win the whole thing. Maybe parlay that with a Montreal Canadiens money line and make some serious money. Anyway, hope everyone had a great Sunday. Got out, did a few things, and also enjoyed a matinee hockey game. Good luck with your picks. Good luck whichever way you go, whether it's with Vegas or with Montreal. Stay safe. Thanks for watching. Talk soon.